this week's edition of ETV News. I'm McKenzie Fayne.
And I'm Erin Fitzsimonds.
Willimantic police are investigating a suspicious death of a 22-year-old man on Monday. Officers responded to Mansfield Avenue after the victim's family called 911. And it's said to be too early to determine if there is a criminal element of the case. Police have not released the victim's name yet, but said he died on the third floor of the home and was pronounced dead at 9:30 a.m. We have spoken to the family and members of the crime. Investigators from the division are still interviewing the immediate family. Stanley Parizo of the Willimantic Police Department said police are now waiting on toxicology results and autopsy reports to further rule out the investigation.
Willimantic police arrested a drunken Newtown father this past Sunday who they say was asked to leave a Willimantic bar while he was with his 8 and 11-year-old children while proceeding to leave with them in his vehicle. Glenn White, 48 of Newtown, has been charged with risk of injury to a minor after he was asked to leave the bar at closing time due to his intoxicated state. The Department of Children and Families was notified and will be making appropriate measures for both the welfare of the children, according to Willimantic Police.
BT was born and raised in the wonderful settings of Oklahoma. He jokingly refers to himself as a black redneck with a rock star attitude. He has performed in over 43 states, 3 countries, and seen in numerous television shows from the Sci-Fi Channel's Black Scorpion to the critically acclaimed HBO movie Suckers. He has been on MTV, BET, and VH1. BT and his Jerry Lewis-style energy is a favorite in the nationally touring comedy show Sellout. He has carved a niche for himself in a comedy as a high-energy act with style, substance, and material to match. To see BT is to experience life through the eyes and energy of one of comedy's brightest stars. So come experience his act for yourself on Wednesday, October 21st from 8 to 9 p.m. in the Betty Tipton Room for a night full of laughter.
The Hillel Club hosts Shabbat dinners as a chance for Jewish students to stay connected with their Jewish identity while away from home. They also encourage non-Jewish students to come and enjoy a new culture, accepting everyone into their club. They encourage a friendly and welcoming environment. The Shabbat dinner will be held at the Night House on the North Campus on a Friday, October 23rd from 6 to 8 p.m.
On October 11th, Eastern held an open house for students who are interested in attending Eastern in the fall. I was there with the story. Hey guys, McKenzie Fayne here reporting from ETV News. I'm out here at the fall open house. It looks like an amazing turnout, so let's check it out. On October 11th, Eastern held its fall open house in the Student Center. Students were able to take fall tours of Eastern's campus directed by admissions office. They were able to interact with student ambassadors and learn more about each major by going to the Majors and Minors Fair held in the Betty Tipton Room. Taylor Hammond from admissions gave us a brief overview of the event.
We put on the fall open house every year for all of our prospective students for fall 2016. So all of our high school juniors and seniors are here today. And so we have all of the different academic majors available so that students can ask some of the professors. We have campus tours and all kinds of really cool events about housing and financial aid just so they can get more information about Eastern.
Students were able to talk one-on-one with professors from departments of their choice to learn more in depth on information regarding the major and minor. We spoke with local high school student Caitlin about potentially coming to Eastern next fall.
One of my friends, his brother comes here and he plays baseball, I'm pretty sure, so I heard about it from him and I was just looking at different colleges and I went on the website and the campus is so pretty, so it attracted me right away. They've been very helpful. They've been telling me all about it and the different career options.
Junior and senior high school students from all over joined us here today on this beautiful October day to experience Eastern for the first time. Hey guys, McKenzie Fayne here. It was an amazing turnout at today's open house. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, McKenzie. It's good to see that there's a lot of potential students that were able to go. This year's annual Shackathon will be taking place on Webb Lawn on October 20th to the 21st. Shackathon is an annual event held by the campus chapter of Habitat for Humanity in order to raise both money and awareness for homelessness and substandard housing in the Willimantic community. Members of Habitat for Humanity will be asked to stay outside for 24 consecutive hours to help illustrate some of the struggles of being homeless. This will include making homes out of cardboard boxes that members will sleep in to raise awareness.
Join the Fab this Friday night, October 16th, for their Night of Illusion in the Betty Tipton Room from 8 to 11 p.m. Fab will be having a hypnotist at this event, along with other small novelties that students can participate in. Come down and experience a night you'll never forget, filled with mystery and excitement.
Eastern will host the 23rd Annual Health, Wellness, and Benefits Expo on October 20th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. in the Betty R. Tipton Room of the Student Center. The public is invited to attend and visit with more than 50 health-related organizations that will be in attendance. From free massages to samplings of healthy snacks, tips for reducing stress, HIV testing, and interactive with a therapy dog, this year's expo will again offer the variety of attractions the event is always known for. Participants specialize in food and nutrition, therapy, wellness medicine, health insurance, and finance. Tales of Joy, an organization that brings therapy dogs to medical patients, will be visiting with Bella the Pug around 1 p.m. For more information, be sure to contact Jen No, Associate Director of Student Health Services, or LaShawn McBride, Manager of Human Resources at 860-465-5220.
And we'll be right back with Danni Fountain in this week's editorial.
You think getting dumped by text is harsh? Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I brought the ball back, he was gone. Yeah, I was pissed. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again. But how about I throw and you run and get it?
Kids will spend 15 minutes watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Eastern student, I take pride in the relationships I've created over the past 4 years, some in which I know will remain in my life forever. I've grown with these people and we've created such a strong bond. But if it weren't for the off-campus life, some of these memories would have never been created. This past week, Eastern students received an email saying basically our off-campus behavior has been, well, inappropriate. We have had several incidents where Eastern has been featured on the local news and newspapers raising concerns of some of the behavior going on. As a student body, we have to remember that we do represent Eastern, and if we care for this institution, we should behave like we do. We have a responsibility to always represent Eastern in the best light, but I still think we can and should be allowed to have fun. If students are creating a disturbance, by all means take action. But sometimes the police presence is not needed when students aren't even bothering anyone. The email warns students of participating in any off-campus events, they will face serious consequences. But how does the university even know what is going to happen? They are already shutting down something where they don't even know if it would negatively affect anyone in the community. Once we create a disturbance, please take the necessary actions to put it to an end. But to say that if students try to participate or even create or even think of having a social gathering off campus, they will immediately get in trouble, it's just kind of not fair. Just because, hey, sometimes students can have fun off campus and social events and not create a disturbance. Take action when needed, but to limit us from participating in events that may not even cause any wrong really isn't fair. The best relationships need compromise. The university gives a little, Eastern students give a little. That way, everyone is satisfied. Besides, a little party never hurt anybody. That's it for this week's editorial. I'm Danni Fallon. Have a good weekend, Eastern.
We'll be right back after these short messages.
My new dad teaches me all kinds of stuff.
Sure.
He helps me with homework.
That would be 3.6795.
Thanks.
Yep.
He helps me with my decision making.
I wouldn't use this one. Ever.
And he's even teaching me how to drive.
And that's why cars have bumpers.
I'm learning so much.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play more. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
Please have a seat. I'll be honest. Your resume, it's not what I'm used to.
I know.
Okay, so what would you bring to my company?
What do you need?
I need a hard worker.
Good. I've got 2 part-time jobs and to help my parents pay the bills.
I need problem-solving skills.
I got through high school without a car, a phone, or a computer.
No college degree, though.
Not yet, but life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find, cultivate, and train a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
Eastern Connecticut State has once again been named one of Connecticut's top places to work, according to the Hartford Courant. The award is based on employee surveys conducted at the end of the spring semester. The survey assessed topics such as company culture and leadership, day-to-day work, compensation, job satisfaction, and employer appreciation. One of the main criteria for the 60 companies chosen is each company must have at least 50 employees. While Eastern came in 7th place, the Hartford Financial Services Group took the top spot. Along with Goodwin College, Eastern Connecticut State University was the only school that made the list. Eastern has made the list in 4 out of the past 5 years, showing that not only is Eastern a great place to learn, but it's also a great place to work.
The Center for Community Engagement are looking for volunteers to participate in this year's Relay for Life. The Relay for Life of Greater Windham County is a large community event that supports cancer research, prevention, and survivors. The Relay for Life will be taking place on October 17th and the 18th and will begin at 11 a.m. Students will create a team or join an existing team and raise money for the cause. Volunteers will be needed to support the event, which will include setup, cleanup, and more. For more information on the event, go to www.relay.acsevents.org.
Would you like to relieve some stress and relax? Take a trip to Sky Dwellers Aerial Yoga this Sunday, October 18th at 12 p.m. This type of yoga replaces your usual yoga mat and puts you in the air by suspending you from a yoga hammock. This off-campus event activity is $5 for students and $10 for guests. See you there.
If Cornell University President Elizabeth Garrett hears someone say they only got 3 or 4 hours of sleep at night, she's not impressed. She says, quote, "I always worry about them because you deal better with things when you're rested and have a sense of balance and good judgment." Students often say sleep is disregarded in favor of work hard, play hard mentality. The Huffington Post spoke with students at several universities who all said sentiments like sleep when you're dead or you'll have the rest of your life to sleep are dominant themes on campus. People brag about how little sleep they get, like whoever gets the least amount of sleep wins. Almost treating it like you get an adequate night's sleep, you're not doing as much as you can, or you're viewed as weak, in a sense, said Hannah Tattersall, a student at the University of Delaware. But these efforts to get ahead can actually make students' academic performance worse. Pulling all-nighters is linked to a memory loss. Researchers found a missing night of sleep can encourage risky behavior, and University of Pennsylvania medical professors found a connection between sleep loss and depression. So Eastern, lock those phones and be sure to turn on the Do Not Disturb button to get a good night's sleep.
Yesterday, CAB hosted an event called Ball is Life, which was an event that featured many games and activities for students to partake in. We go to ETV's own Amanda Zeitel, who was there for the event.
This is Amanda Zeitel reporting live with ETV News. I'm here at the Geisler Gymnasium for the Ball is Life event hosted by CAB. Students can come play basketball, kickball, dodgeball, and wall ball, and there's also raffles. October 14th, the Ball is Life event took place in the Francis E. Geisler Gymnasium. The event offered a variety of sports for students to come play, but basketball turned out to be a favorite, with the majority of students spending the afternoon shooting hoops. In addition to the games, there was also music and a smoothie bar. The event proved to be a hit with students.
It's really fun. We got basketball in there. We're playing 21, playing pickup. They got smoothies, raffles for like gift cards and stuff. It's pretty dope. There's volleyball, dodgeball. There's a whole bunch of stuff in there. Come on down. There's got music playing, live music. Let's go. Come support it, and we having fun. Let's go.
The Ball is Life event went great. The raffles were a success, and lots of students came out to have a good time with friends. I'm Amanda Zeitel with ETV News, and that's it for this time.
Thank you, Amanda. That looked like a lot of fun.
On Monday, October 19th from 3 to 4 p.m. in the library, 3 of our psychology professors discussed their most recently published book, The Social Psychology of Attraction in Romantic Relationships, Madeline Fugari, Jennifer Lazinski, and Alta Cousins, Eastern Connecticut State University Psychology Department. They asked the questions, why are we attracted to some people and not to others? Are first impressions accurate? Why do some romantic relationships succeed while others fail? Are our romantic choices influenced by evolution? The Social Psychology of Attraction in Romantic Relationships review the theory and research behind this fascinating area. The book combines real-life narratives and popular media examples with the latest psychological studies. Light refreshments will be served at the event.
Eastern Connecticut State University's English professor, Raouf Mama, will be speaking on campus about his recently published memoir, Fortune's Favored Child. Mama's lecture will take place in the Student Center Theater on October 28th from 3 to 4 p.m. Mama is an accomplished professor, author, and storyteller. In addition to receiving 2 Connecticut State University Excellence Awards, he also won the National Multicultural Children's Book Award in 2009 for his book, Why Monkeys Live in Trees. Mama regularly works with UNICEF and travels to various regions of the world to use storytelling as a tool to promote education and multicultural learning.
And we'll be right back with Damon with this week's sports update.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. Find fun activities to do, like boating and biking, or camping and hiking, plus much more. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Here is my handle and here is my spout.
When I get all steamed up, then I shout.
Tip me over and pour me out. Oh.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Cheers.
Take time to be a dad today.
Back with this week's sports update.
Hello Warriors fans, Damon Gray here bringing this week's update in sports. The women's volleyball team lost their first 2 games in 3 sets to none in the Tom Hay Invitational Tournament at Springfield College and Keene State College. In their third and final game, Eastern went on to win a close 3 sets to 2 games versus Westfield State. Adriana Mahalik had 13 kills and Amanda Tyler wrapped in 12 of her own. Ali Lupi also led the team with 29 digs. In Eastern's last matchup, they went on to play at Western Connecticut Tuesday night, where they lost a tough 3 sets to none match. Ali Lupi had 24 digs and Adriana Mahalik had 10 kills. The team goes to 10-11 overall on the year and a 2-2 record in conference play, currently tied for 4th in the standings. Their next game is a conference game at Western Connecticut. The women's field hockey team has looked really good this year in their conference games as they stand at 3rd in the standings with a record of 5-2. With an overall record of 7-5 on the year, they split their last 2 games. Saturday against Salem State, the Warriors prevailed to a 3-2 overtime victory. Alex Kalgren opened up the game with her 9th goal of the season, and Hannah Kaiser finished with the last 2 and game winner in overtime. Kaiser now totals her goals to 5 on the season. In their last game Tuesday night, they fell to Connecticut College with a score of 3-2. Alex Kalgren once again opened up her 2nd consecutive game with an early goal, this one coming off in the first 8 minutes of the game. Brianna Pissarro also had a goal coming late in the second half, but the Warriors couldn't finish strong with their limited opportunities that were given to them. Their next game is this Saturday, a conference matchup against number 1 in the standings, Keene State College. In Eastern's final 5 games, they have 1 home game remaining, and 3 games are on the road and their conference matchups. Eastern Connecticut took on Trinity College in women's soccer last night. Let's go to the highlights. On a Wednesday night, a huge game here for Eastern Connecticut as they take on the Bantams. Early in the first half, Emily Betcher goes down hard, almost gets hit in the head in the process, but Maggie Boddington will take the free kick. What will she do with it? What do you know? Maggie Boddington finding the back of the net as always. Eastern Connecticut up 1-0 early in the first half. Boddington another chance here, this time a little farther out. She rips a shot off the woodwork. Still 1-0 going into the second half. Eastern Connecticut had a load of possession in that first half. The Bantams in the second half, though, early in the first 5 minutes of it, draw foul just outside the area, and they will actually finish off a rebound chance into the back of the net. We're tied up at 1 at the beginning of the second half. A devastating start to the second 45 for Eastern Connecticut. They'll look ahead for Emily Betcher. She'll look for her first on the day, and a wide open opportunity here for Betcher, but taken down in the box, no call made. Taken down in the box, no call made. Score remains 1-1. Maggie Boddington again, she's hit the frame every single time. This one a little short. Still in the second half, dying moments now, less than 2 minutes remaining. Emily Betcher, a wide open opportunity, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, sends it into the area, but no one is there for Eastern Connecticut to put it into the back of the net. It's still 1-1 after 90 minutes. The Bantams in the first half of sudden death overtime. They sent it into the area for the very tall 6'1" Nicole Stouffer. She can't find it. Now second half of sudden death overtime. Emily Betcher, a one-on-one opportunity, taken off the ball, kicked out of play for corner for Eastern Connecticut. This game not over yet for the Warriors. Dying moments of it. They send it into the area. Some confusion between the two sides. And it's a goal for the Warriors. They'll win it in double overtime, beating the number 5 team in the country. Warriors win with a final score of 2-1. Jamie Belden credited with the goal as we talked to her after the game about the importance of this win and how crazy that finish was.
We had a lot of opportunities going forward, and we knew one was going to go in. So we had a corner. Maggie Boddington sent a great drive into the box, and I just tapped it in. We're on a great roll lately. We have a lot of good wins, and this is just keeping our momentum going forward. Beating a ranked team, that's always good news.
Jamie Belden with the biggest goal of the game gets our Player of the Game nomination as Eastern Connecticut wins with a final score of 2-1. The women's next game is Saturday, October 17th at 1 p.m. as they take on Southern Maine at Thomas Nevers Field. On the men's soccer side, the Warriors are off to a comfortable lead with a 4-0 win against Fitchburg State. In the game in which Eastern Connecticut had 4 different goal scorers, with Xavier Doring starting things off in the 20th minute. Doring now has 6 goals on the year, which leads a team along with Tyler Jones, who has 6 of his own. Eastern remains on top of the conference with a 3-0-1 conference record. Their next game comes Saturday at Southern Maine. Well, last night featured 3 decisive Game 5s. The Minnesota Lynx won their 3rd title in 5 years as they go to defeat the Indiana Fever. Sylvia Fowles was named MVP of the series, who averaged 15.6 points and 9.6 rebounds per game. In Maya Moore's first 5 seasons, she has won Rookie of the Year, 3 titles, and an MVP award. No other male athlete or female athlete has ever done that in professional sports. Congratulations to them. Into the other Game 5s, the Blue Jays beat the Rangers 3-6 behind Jose Bautista's big 3-run home run in the 7th inning. And the bat flip seen around the world that generated a lot of buzz. The Blue Jays will now go on to face the defending American League champs, who went on to defeat the Astros later game last night with a final score of 7-2. The LCS gets underway tomorrow night at 8:07. Tonight, the Dodgers will host the Mets in the last game of the series to see who goes on to face the Cubs in the National League Championship Series. Jacob deGrom takes the hill for the Mets as the Dodgers send their ace, Zach Greinke, to the mound. Both pitchers have a win this series. I'm Damon Gray. That's all for this week in sports. Remember, go East, and that's all.
And that's it for this week's show. If you want to see more episodes, be sure to check out our ETV YouTube channel.
Thanks for watching, and be sure to tune in next week. Good night, Eastern.